To congratulate everybody here, and I want to say, you know, in terms of the last piece I talked earlier about action, I have been really frustrated by the process of the abuse of what I consider subcontractors within the construction sector, and I'm going to finish on this. But just to say that there are thousands of apartments and houses around this country where kitchen makers and door manufacturers and window manufacturers and plumbers and plasterers and painters and grounds people have provided services and products that are not paid for. And those apartments have gone into liquidation or are going into NAMA, and the people who got up early in the morning at 5 o'clock and travelled the roads to provide those services, the guy who put in those kitchens, who bought that material, who manufactured the kitchen in his factories and then paid his staff to install them and had to pay his suppliers, those people are not now paid. And there's going to be a huge collateral damage within the construction sector unless it's tackled. And so I have been raising this. And last week, or early this week, with Fergal Quinn and some of the senators, with the support now of the government, we brought through the second reading of a Construction Act, which is to protection for payment of people, not just subcontractors, but it will be architects and engineers and anybody else that provides services, and a way of adjudicating and measuring fast rather than the frustrative, arbitrative processes that are long drawn out for most subcontractors who cannot tackle that. And I have a concern too as well with regard to introducing a UK type Construction Act, but also something from the US model like the Mechanics Lien Act or the Miller Act, where the goods genuinely do belong to the producer or the service provider who put those products into the apartments. I don't have to have a degree in economics or be a barrister to know that when something is wrong, it's wrong. And what's been happening in the construction sector with regard to the non-payment of people is wrong. And the fact that many builders are going in and now pricing jobs at 20% below cost is only on the basis that they have no intention of paying the subcontractors the proper amounts. And they'll call them in a year's time and say, I can give you half of what you're looking for if you take it now, and the poor subcontractor needs to pay his suppliers in order to stay in work. And so we need to change the culture, and we need to do it professionally. And so I believe that this sort of act will move us forward, because the one thing I have learned is that you need a legislative basis to move sometimes this particular sector on. And it will not be the same sector as it has been for many of us. But the truth of it is, I believe that the people who survive in the construction sector are not necessarily going to be the smartest. I believe what they're going to be is they're going to be those who can adapt to change. And for the rest of us, it's those of us who are brave enough to stay at it. So my encouragement to you is to get up, get out, and let's all keep at this, and let's keep this sector alive, because it's vital to the economy. Thank you.